Breaking, tragic news about Benghazi hero after he spoke up about what he knows. The men and women in uniform who risk their lives for us, do so partly to protect the American way of life. Protecting their friends and families from enemies both foreign and domestic is what they're trained to do, and they do it very well. President Trump taking over the White House gave a lot of hope to many members of the armed forces who considered the previous administration to be unfriendly to the United States military. American heroes come in lots of different shapes and sizes, but few are as ticked off as the ones involved in the infamous Benghazi attack. One of those heroes is Army Ranger Kris Paronto. Since returning to the United States, this soldier has become outspoken on political issues. Unlike many of the social justice warriors of today, Paronto has real live war experience and tells people how the decisions being made in Washington will affect us in our everyday lives. According to BizPac Review, Paronto is none too happy with the way former FBI brass, McCabe, Comey and Brennan have been found to be treating America. He took to social media to let the world know what he thinks about the issue. No matter who you are, you don't want to get caught in the crosshairs of Benghazi hero Kris Paronto, an Army Ranger. Paronto unleashed a fiery Twitter takedown of Obama-appointed deep state agents Andrew McCabe, James Comey, and John Brennan. And they're going to need some aloe to nurse those sick burns. Paronto started off by blasting McCabe, who whined to the media that his firing was an attempt by the Trump White House to slander him and the entire FBI. For the record, President Trump has repeatedly praised the rank-and-file members of the FBI as hard-working patriots. Trump's issue is with top-level political appointees, most of whom are Obama holdovers that have been working non-stop to undermine his presidency. Paronto tweeted, "Slander the FBI and law enforcement? You've got to be shting me, Andy. You, James, Comey, and your Barack Obama appointed syndicate brought nothing but lies, politics, corruption and disgrace to a once great FBI." Paronto then slammed fired FBI Director James Comey, who allegedly tried to pin excessive force use claims on Paronto and his team after they returned from Benghazi. "You all are the worst scum of humanity," Kris tweeted. Paronto called Comey out for his toothless, bogus investigation of Hillary's unsecured private email server, saying, "You have zero integrity." Paronto is the U.S. Army Ranger who was part of the CIA Special Forces that responded to the 2012 terrorist attack on the U.S. Embassy in Benghazi, Libya. The attack by radical Islamic terrorists led to the deaths of 4 Americans, including U.S. Ambassador Chris Stevens. Immediately after the Benghazi attack, then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton lied to the world by falsely claiming the terrorist attack was caused by an anti-Muslim video. Barack Obama and his partisan CIA and FBI backed up these lies, presumably because he didn't want the Benghazi scandal, which occurred in September 2012, to hurt his re-election, in November 2012. Kris Paronto tore into John Brennan, the former CIA director under Obama, for politicizing the CIA, which is supposed to be nonpartisan. Brennan had attacked President Trump after McCabe's firing in a veiled tweet, saying, "When the full extent of your venality, moral turpitude, and political corruption becomes known, you will take your rightful place as a disgraced demagogue in the dustbin of history." Paronto had a few choice words for Brennan. Paronto saved his best smackdown for last, when he savaged the New York Times for trying to goad him into bad-mouthing Senator Devin Nunes. Nunes is one of several GOP lawmakers who are calling for a second special counsel to investigate special counsel Robert Mueller. "Hey at New York Times, stop trying to contact me, I don't have time for your left-wing, slandering hit piece on it," Devin Nunes, Paronto said. "Go FK yourselves and the horse you rode in on." The election of President Trump was a surprise to many, especially those in the Justice Department. Most of those who were in power under the Obama administration had a fierce loyalty to him, and unlike administration officials, their jobs didn't turn over when the new president came into office. The Justice Department, including the FBI, are supposed to work as a neutral law enforcement agency. They have a specific job, and in an ideal situation, politics shouldn't play into it. However, Since certain aspects of what the FBI does include discretion, that discretion can be converted into favors, and those favors can be used to sway political decisions. Sadly, the Trump administration was faced with an investigative agency that had been steeped in political back-alley deals that had a river of corruption that ran deep. The new Justice Department is still trying to sort through the mess that was left to them in order to try and make a properly functioning agency.